flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. The backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
And Russell gets it to go.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Prince, the pass to Towns. Drills the three-pointer.
You know, Towns is one of the biggest inside-outside threats in the league and shooting a great percentage from deep.
Bridges finds Booker. And he drops it in from the low post.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold. You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And not the same skinny guy he was when he entered the league. Gobert a lot less affected by contact these days.
And it's in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Here's Gobert. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
Now the pass to Johnson. On the wing, Bridges. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And stolen by Prince. Russell with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Russell dishes to Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got 6.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
A three-pointer is right on target. Minnesota leading by 4. Russell kicks to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves.
And, you know, we know he has this shot in his bag. I mean, Towns enjoys going right back at the opponent with the 3-ball.
Now, here's Bridges. Johnson up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Outside, Towns. Gobert down low. He's against Bridges. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. He was worried about their interior defense. He doesn't want them getting gutted in the paint. He told his players, look, they're going to score, but we've got to make it difficult on them to give ourselves a chance to win. Guys, let's see if they can follow that advice.
Thanks, David.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Now here's Towns. He's got 6, and the dunk by Towns.
Towns with the creativity and explosiveness.
Booker looking around. Feeds it to Ayton. From the baseline. Kicks it out to Booker. Passes it to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. No good on the shot. Gobert with the defensive effort. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards passes to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Fires for 3. And stolen by Ayton. Goes up. And Ayton throws it down.
And you got to be cautious around Ayton. When the pass isn't precise, he has an ability to poke it away.
Bridges against Gobert. Prince dishes to Gobert. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns U.S. team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Rivers in at the point.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Suns on defense. A 9-point game. The kick out to Towns. Offensive rebound. Gobert. Outside Edwards. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Rivers. Takes the 3. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's foul number 2 for him.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Yeah, that's a good one there, man. I tell you, I appreciate the effort, but he overdid it just a bit there. He needed to get called for the foul.
Booker finds Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
A nice shot by Booker.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Edwards can't hit. Suns trail by 8. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Inside, Towns with the steal. Edwards passes to Towns. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. A nice shot by Rivers. And we see stars, Clark, that dominate with skill. Others do it more with athleticism. Which would you prefer to build around if you were coaching?
If I had to only pick one, Kevin, I'd like to have both skill and athleticism. But skill is so critically important in any sport, particularly basketball. Guys that can shoot, handle the ball, pass it, and do the fundamental things well. And I think that trumps athleticism over the long haul.
Pass to McDaniels. Here is Edwards. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The pass to Rivers. Shot clock at 5. And Gobert kicks to Rivers. A three-pointer, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 or 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Got a piece of it. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Big night for Gobert. This team has become more and more comfortable leaning on his offense.
And so here's Phoenix down by 12. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Ayton.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
And now the latest from our reporter David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Gobert, the screen. They shoot again, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Sharch is checked in for 8. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. 11-point game.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
For Minnesota, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Sharch has the open look. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Sharch has got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, what a pass. X-ray vision, leadership skills. CP3, a surefire first ballot Hall of Fame.
Rivers passes to Towns. Gobert trying to get open. And Karl-Anthony Towns good for 3. Towns has got 11 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
For 3, Booker, another 3 for Phoenix.
And with Booker's mechanics and confidence, you're always going to assume he's going to make that.
McDaniels with the ball. Now guarded by Sharch. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Stolen by Rivers. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
The open shot, Sharch. Another one falls for Phoenix. There's 14 seconds left now here in the second. Here is Forbes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
You know, that's really the biggest reason Forbes is out there, guys. Find space on the perimeter and knock down the three-point shot.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Booker.
Textbook.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll...
Your Suns, 32. The Timberwolves, 42.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Sharch in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Minnesota leading by 10. Here's Russell.
And the length and quick feet allow Bridges to match up defensively against almost anyone on the floor.
Booker, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Towns. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Bridges with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Booker dishes to Sharch. For the 3. And there's Booker on the assist by Sharch. Booker's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Suns. Here's Paul. It's not going to go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Here is Forbes, defended by Booker. McDaniels kicks to Towns. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Among big men, Towns is one of the very best spot-up shooters there is, and very consistent on the catch-and-shoot jumpers.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Towns, a screen on Bridges. Outside, Towns. Sinks the triple. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Towns with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Right wing. Paul passes to Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 7th assist of the game. Knocked away. Paul with the steal. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 3 in the bucket from Saric.
Whenever CP3 gets his hands on the ball, you know he's going to turn it up court right away. He loves initiating the break.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Russell kicks to Towns. Back to Russell. The 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Good on the bucket. Saric has got 11 points.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Minnesota making a switch. Prince is checked in. For the lead. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got the lead up to 1 now for Phoenix.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating.
Gobert down low, covered by Saric. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Saric. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make them all, it still had a positive effect.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Out to the wing. Russell passes to Towns. Nasty move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
1-on-1 here. Russell passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
With 3, Booker. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Towns is doubled. It's Prince on the wing. Towns, a screen on Bridges. Timberwolves passing it around. 6 to shoot. Edwards dishes to Gobert. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Bridges right side.
Physical play from Bridges under the hoop, making sure to win that foul call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Here's Towns to the paint. And here's Prince outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Rivers out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Gobert against Saric. Gobert with a terrific move and a bucket. Gobert's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Timberwolves. And Booker kicks to Johnson. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Johnson. Booker outside. On the wing, Johnson. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Booker finds Johnson. 3 on the clock. Here he goes. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Paul goes in on the wing, Johnson. On the wing, Booker to tie it up. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And it's Edwards, top of the key. Here's Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
You know, Towns is a really solid passer for a big guy. Excellent basketball IQ and sees the floor really well. Nice pass.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Devin Booker.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Timberwolves leading by 7. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
A nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Bridges passes to Booker. Suns keep it alive to end the run. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. 5 on the clock. Bridges for 3. The shot, no good. Timberwolves go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Rivers gets a wide open look. It's good from long range. Rivers has got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Minnesota's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And Towns gets it to go.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And Gobert kicks to Towns. Back to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
Assisted by
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Timberwolves passing it around. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This one is all but over. I mean, what a ferocious and commanding performance
For the Timberwolves.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Rudy Gobert.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Okogie's checked in for Phoenix. Gobert, no good on that free throw. Suns trail by 18. Booker the pass to Paul. Count it.
Paul working around the defense that time to get a close shot inside.
The Timberwolves shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Towns finds Edwards. Prince outside. From outside the arc. And there's Edwards on the assist by Prince. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA. No matter what, they got it done. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Okogie, the pass to Johnson. That three off the mark. That's tipped. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This one was all right, David. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Physical one tonight, Grant, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, bring your hard hat. This is going to be a physical game indeed. Both sides are used to generating extra possessions with their rebounding. So I'm curious to see which club.
Yes, sir. That's what you tune in for right there. Wow.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Paul passes to Johnson. Into the lane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaren Jackson picks one up, and the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe, but he has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Right wing. Clark against Bridges. Clark, the pass to Adams. Jackson on the wing. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Chris Paul.
Well, what do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? You think about guys down the stretch who you have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Wow. Pretty much an unbelievable slam there, B.A.
You got that right. And it's Adams missing. Booker with it. He's picked up by Bane. Pass to Bridges. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Clark. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Outside Morant. Back to Bane. Clark with it. There's the drive. And he buries his first look. As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
Right side Bane kicks it out to Clark. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Oh, and Johnson with a block. It's Bridges on the wing. The three. Here's Ayton. Tries again. Adams grabs the miss.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
Oh, deflected and stolen by Clark. And stolen by Booker. Ball against Morant. And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist from Ayton.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Morant against Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Morant pass to Jackson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Booker, the pass to Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Out to the right wing. Adams inside. He's covered by Ayton. Here's Morant, and he drives in, and he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. First free throw is good. So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Tillman's checked in for Adams. Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Brooks, he's checked in for Clark. And it's Conchar in for Desmond Bane. For three, Booker. The Grizzlies pull it in. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Pass to Aldama. Paul against Brooks. They now take the lead.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
The drive by Paul. Outside for Booker. Offline with a three. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. To the left wing. Paul against Morant. Back to Conchar. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Morant against Paul. And it's good for 2. Morant's got 6.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Paul finds Booker. And Booker with the jam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. To the paint. Here's Aldama. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And it's Booker again missing. And so the first quarter is in the books. Grizzlies out in front, up by 4. And we'll...
Ladies and gentlemen, your son, Houston.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And you don't see that.
Oh,
Yes, sir!
Wow!
And how about Booker going high up for the dunk?
Memphis leading. After a tough decade for the Suns between 2010 and 2020, they are once again a team to be reckoned with in the NBA, Brent.
Oh, man, the cachet of talent that this roster has is tremendous. And this team really came together in a hurry. And they're going to be a force for the next few years to come.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Jackson, pass to Jones. To the wing on the left. Back to Conchar. Shot clock at 6. And the dunk by Jackson.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Booker. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
We've gotten used to Devin Booker putting up huge numbers, so a 40-point game for him feels like another day at the office.
So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Adams checked in for Aldama. Clark comes in for Brooks. Bane, he's checked in for Conchar. And it's Morant in for Jones. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. The Suns trailing. The kick out to Johnson for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Well, you talk about Booker's high-powered offense. He's a rare member of the 70-point club with only 5 other players in NBA history. Brett, you got Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, Elgin Baylor, and David Robinson.
Man, B.A., if you could sit down at a table to talk about your 70-point night, I'd like to be a server at that table.
Right side, Paul. Back to Booker. Beyond the arc. Phoenix no good that time either.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Adams, shot's good.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Releases. And the Suns miss again.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And the dunk by Jackson.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Fires in the triple.
Just not thinking about it twice. Devin Booker with the ball. He's going to let it rip.
Over to the wing. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Clark. Morant's got 8, and the league finally moving to curtail take fouls in transition. You like the change?
Well, I think everybody's ready for that. The best part of NBA action, BA, as you know, is fast break basketball. So to get more 3-on-2s or 3-on-1s, lob plays, and guys taking off and throwing down monster dunks, I'm all for it.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Tillman's checked in. The Suns have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And stolen by Bane. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Back to Bane. Tillman in the post. Johnson on it. Sends it home from three-point land. He's got 5.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all of the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those records, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." B.A.?
All right, thanks, Allie. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Brooks, he's checked in for Adams. And it's Jones in for Ja Morant. 1:03 left in the second. Pass to Bane. Bridges against Brooks. Clark outside. Clark with the screen. Here's Tillman. 4 on the clock. Here's Jones. Up and in on the layup. Jones has got his first 2 points.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Bridges passes to Booker. Back to Bridges. Outside Johnson. Three-pointer, no good.
Phoenix foul. Mikal Bridges. First personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for Memphis.
And Bane, no good on that one. Aldama's checked in for Memphis.
Grizzlies substitution. Santi Aldama.
And the Grizzlies shooting the ball incredibly well tonight. 73% from the floor. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. No good on the 3. Outside Booker. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The defense tends to overcommit just because Booker's such a great offensive threat. That time he used it to his advantage.
Both free throws good from Booker. There's 6 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies.
Your Suns 25. The Grizzlies 36.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Clark in at the 3. Memphis leading. Clark right side. Jackson with a screen on Bridges. 5 on the clock. Back to Clark. Jackson on the wing. Goes back up. No good. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. Well, Phoenix is shooting the ball at 48% so far. Booker against Bane. Booker, the pass to Bridges. Back to Booker. Ayton inside. Adams covering. Booker for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Booker's got 22 points.
Well, the mindset of Booker there, pretty solid. He feels like he can make just about any shot, especially the deep triple.
Johnson passes to Booker. And Clark with a block. Ball against Bane. Pass to Clark. And again, Memphis no good. The Suns have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. For 3, Bridges. The shot, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Paul. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the Jacksons just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
The Grizzlies have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Jackson outside. Clark with a screen on Johnson. Jackson pass to Clark. Now here's Adams. Pass to Morant. Jackson on the wing. Back to Morant. Clock at 6. Tries to snap the cold streak. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. Aldama's checked in for Adams. Brooks comes in for Clark. Conchar, he's checked in for Bane. And it's Jones in for Morant. Outside Booker. Back to Paul. Booker finds Paul. Now here's Johnson. Bridges outside. Pass to Booker from the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Booker's got 8 here in this quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Tillman's checked in.
Checking in for the Grizzlies.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Brooks. And he banks in the layup. Brooks has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
A line change here for Memphis.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Paul against Morant. Outside for Booker. This for the tie. Second chance effort. Bridges passes to Paul. Oh, it's no good. That would have tied it. For Memphis, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Clark in the post. Booker defending. Left side Bain. Morant, the pass to Clark. 5 to shoot. Floats one up. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now. Inside, it's tipped. Pass to Johnson. The 3 is up. And they get it back. Booker with it. And Clark picks him up defensively. Booker against Adams. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for Booker. Shoots over Morant. Grizzlies with the rebound. Clark's got his 5th rebound in this one. With a 9-footer. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
John Morant at the line for 2.
And Morant drops them both. Phoenix has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. And Booker the bucket on the assist by Paul. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one. Morant finds Bain. Back to Morant. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense.
At the line for the Grizzlies.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. It's the Grizzlies up by 4. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
The Suns trailing. Paul passes to Booker. Back to Bridges. Pass to Ayton. For 3, Booker. And it's blocked by Clark. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Bain with it. Now guarded by Booker. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Booker, the pass to Paul. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Morant, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Kicks it out to Clark. And stolen by Bridges. And the Suns pushing it up now. The crossover. Booker for 3. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Booker's got 32 points.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Here's Clark. No good. Off the front rim.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
From Pete Johnson, another 3 for Phoenix.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
A pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Can you say prime time player Morant, he enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game?
Booker no good. The Grizzlies have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Jackson outside. Bane finds Morant.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
6 to shoot. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Here's Booker. Booker drawing the double from deep. Johnson. The shot misses. Good D by Clark. Memphis trailing here. On the wing, Bane. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Not going to go that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Right side Johnson. Outside for Booker. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Brandon Clark.
And even with the stakes this high, I wouldn't bet against Booker. He has this shot really dialed in.
Jones, he's checked in for Morant. And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up 2.
He missed the chance to put them up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
Outside Bane. Back to Jones. Pass to Adams. And tie game! Huge basket right there. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that gives him a lead.
And Chris Paul continues to affect every aspect of the game. He knows how important this time is. It's just incredible.
Morant, he's checked in for Jones.
He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch. How about a pivotal hoop from DeAndre Ayton?
So it's the Grizzlies now. Bane, pass to Morant. Money!
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Seemed extremely focused on that hoop the whole way. You could see it in his eyes. It was not going to be denied. And Booker, not just an onlooker. How about that one?
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Here's Clark. Good! And he's tied it up. What a shot!
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
Phoenix calls timeout. And Booker, here we go. Oh, he missed it!
Booker so relaxed under pressure, and this is who the team wants at the free throw line in these moments.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Now that's how you capitalize at the line. As long as they play good defense, they should have this win sealed.
Timeout call, Memphis. They're down by 2. 3 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim, because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. What a performance they had here at home today.
Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Brandon Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Morant in at the 1.
I mean, he's tailor-made for those pick-and-roll sets. Gobert, a big-time finisher on the move.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Now Prince. Passes to Gobert. Here's Towns. Russell from long range. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Outside Jackson. Out to Morant. And the layup falls.
Challenging the heart of the defense. Ja Morant can beat you with the pass or the shot.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. That's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Outside Jackson. On the wing, Bane. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Out to Brooks. Clock at 4. Over Russell. Brooks misses. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The kick out to Towns. Russell with a wide open look. Another miss by Minnesota. Memphis with the ball. Clark, the pass to Bane. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bane read the defense perfectly.
Towns, a screen on Morant. A 3-ball. Kept alive, Minnesota. Russell dishes to Gobert. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
First team foul.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They'd better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on it.
Adams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Now here's Adams. Gobert with the block.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy. And if you don't, this could be the result.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Aldama's checked in, and Conchar subbed in for Dylan Brooks. Here's Russell.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
It's stolen by Adams. Bane looking around. It's Jones on the wing. He's guarded by Russell. Offensive rebound.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Towns finds McDaniel. And finished off by McDaniel.
How about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Bane. Second chance effort. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Inside, Steven Adams is always ready for battle. Getting the shot off despite the foul.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. He doesn't get the second one. Smitty with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games.
It's Edwards on the wing. Brooks covering. Out to Edwards. Here's Gobert, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Rivers, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Now into the lineup for your Timberwolves.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. Adams with the screen on Rivers. Durant, and again, unable to change momentum here. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. They get it again. Tries again. Towns wide open. Goes up again. Gobert can't hit. And here is Bane. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Timberwolves lead by 6. From Target Center, back in a moment. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Morant. Brandon Clark is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Conchar into the shooting guard position.
I'm trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Super work on the boards. They really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Edwards looking it over. Traps in the tray. Edwards got 5.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Tillman powered down with both hands.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Adams comes in for Brandon Clark. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. 5 to shoot. Here's Adams. He doesn't hit that one. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Jones with it. Looked up by Rivers. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. So the wing on the left. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. And I think, Steve, now we see less real grudge matches than we did before. But do you like seeing those games where there is no love lost, where there is some bad blood and some contention?
Kevin, I love it. Yes, friends off the court, but on the court, you got to go at each other. And when it's over, win or lose, you leave it right there and you go back to being friends.
The Grizzlies making a change here. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Jackson comes in for Tillman. Baines checked in for John Conchar. And it's Morant in for Jones. Clark sets a screen for Brooks. And no good that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Timberwolves leading by 7. Rivers can't get it to go.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Outside Jackson. To the left side wing. And McDaniels with the block. Edwards kicks to McDaniels.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Gobert against Clark. Back to Gobert. It's intercepted. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
McDaniels passes to Gobert. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Brooks has got the ball. Pass to Jackson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, that's what we call playing with force. And Towns going up for the dunk, daring the defense to contest.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Clark sets a screen for Jackson. Out to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Clark with a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. Edwards passes to Towns. Here's McDaniels. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First team foul.
That's on Jaren Jackson. The Timberwolves gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Bryn Forbes comes in for Edwards. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Rivers. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Aldama's checked in. And Conchar subbed in for Dylan Brooks. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Bane with it. Jackson passes to Bane. On the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Russell. Pass to Aldama. Bane with the screen on Towns. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Gobert with the block. Brooks rings the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Substitution on the board.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Outside, Russell. The pass to Gobert. Shoots over Adams. It's stolen by Adams. 1 second left.
Yeah, getting a little better on defense every.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview.
22, the Grizzlies. 14.
For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Not someone they usually rely on to do this, but you need role guys to step up once in a while and help you out.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Then it's Taurean Prince. Then it's Russell. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
You see what that little pump fake does? It gives the defender something to think about the next time he goes to challenge Gobert's shot.
The Timberwolves shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And Gobert drops them both.
We saw glimpses of Ja Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Russell finds Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. 12 points for Rudy Gobert. Another level indeed for Ja Morant, his 3rd season Smitty in the NBA. And now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
And they'll get another chance. And the basket is good. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Jackson in the corner. Russell against Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
You're totally right. That can be a shot in the arm for them. A spark that turns things around.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
I would have loved to hear the coach's speech because they really took heed to it. Like you said, both teams playing at a different pace.
And Forge kicks to Gobert. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his third foul of the game. Tillman, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
Checking in for the Grizzlies.
Stolen by Brooks. Here's the break. It's stolen by Gobert. Russell dishes to Forbes. Gobert with a screen on Bane. And finished off by Gobert.
We're watching the offensive development by Rudy Gobert. He is exploding tonight.
Here's Morant. Goes back up. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending goal. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Minnesota making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Jackson. Conjar comes in for Bane. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis, trailing by 5. And Brooks, here we go. Dylan Brooks seems like a very spirited player, and he plays with a lot of emotion.
I've heard coaches say he's the team's biggest cheerleader, whether that's game time or practice. Kevin, he loves to motivate his squad to be at their best. What makes Dylan Brooks especially valuable to a team, he's a competitor who you can count on to produce in the clutch.
The Grizzlies making a change here. Aldama's checked in. And here's Edwards from the arc. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. They swipe it. Left side, Jones. He kicks it to Adams. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here.
Brandon Clark. Jaren Jackson Jr.
There's a minute 47 left in the third.
John Morant.
Passes it to Bane. Brooks with it. Guarded by Prince. Here's Clark. And too long on the shot. Minnesota leading by 3. Russell looking around. Here's Gobert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Good use of power by Rudy, getting the shot in the air despite the foul.
And Gobert drops them both. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And the work ethic of Morant, fantastic at keeping his focus on the task at hand.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
76% from the line a season ago.
Russell passes to Gobert. It's rebounded by Memphis. .104 left to play in the third. Clark left side. Brooks against Prince. Brooks the pass to Clark. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Clark's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
Prince's shot is good.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Bane with it. Now guarded by Towns. Bane kicks to Clark. Jackson setting the pick here for Clark. Out to Brooks. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
What we know about Dylan Brooks, he's a gamer. 3 on the other end, right back at you.
Russell dishes to Gobert. Out to Russell. Prince in the corner. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Morant, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
I like when Ja forces the issue, especially in close where he's fearless.
That's good from Morant.
At the line for two.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. From deep, Prince, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
I love how aggressive Bane is on defense. He doesn't give his man much room to work with.
We're at the and let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Steven Adams, Tyus Jones out there with Desmond Bane, and it's Aldama with the power forward. Gobert can't hit.
Woo, blown opportunity. Opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Rudy Gobert with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He told his guys, tempo, more tempo. We've got to be quicker into transition. Push the ball. Let's get some opportunities before their defense can set up. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Russell passes to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And slick dish there in the pick and roll. Russell showing his elite feel for the game.
Adams' shot is off.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Adams, some nice D. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. It's a three-point game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Taurean Prince.
You know, some of Ja Morant's sequences remind you of a young Derrick Rose. He's that explosive.
Both free throws good from Morant. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Russell passes to Towns, and that one drops for him. And it's 6 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And how about the agility of Towns? Cutting with purpose there after setting the screen. Great display of his basketball IQ.
Jackson finds Morant. Jackson a screen on Russell. And it's Brooks in the corner, just 4 to shoot. Out to Morant, over Russell. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Morant.
I like this play. Good teamwork. You don't want to force Morant to do everything himself.
Russell passes to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Feeds it to Gobert. Nice move. A second chance effort. That one's not going to go. Adams, a nice D.
D'Angelo Russell.
Breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Kick out to Adams. There's the dish to Jackson. Back to Adams. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. It's stolen by Adams. There's the feed to Jackson. Pass to Bain. Memphis moving that ball around. Adams with the screen on Edwards. Here's Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morant's got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies.
Tremendous effort from John Morant, letting his team know they can rely on him.
To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Morant's got 8 points in the quarter. Outside Edwards. Shot to stop the run.
People are holding their breath a little, wondering if Edwards can take care of business here.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Clark, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Outside, Dane. Offensive rebound. Morant passes to Clark. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
And the first thing I thought of, confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
Russell finds Towns, and Towns throws it down.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're ahead by 2. 1:19 left in the 4th quarter. Adams, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. 1:19 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
This is why he has the ball. John Morant, he loves to deliver in these moments.
Here's Gobert. Adams, some nice D.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Here's Morant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Taurean Prince.
An exciting player with a bright future. Morant knows he has to come up big when needed.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Productive trip to the line extended their lead.
Prince outside, beyond the arc. Timberwolves keep it alive. Gobert, the pass to Russell. It drops, and now they trail by just 4.
No, he didn't. I mean, Russell with the savage move there. Game on the line.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
The kick out to Towns. Prince outside. Edwards against Bain. Edwards can't hit. Outside Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Converting around the rim is just effortless for Jackson. He could play on my team any day. This just in, Prince is not going to buckle or fold. He's not afraid of the moment.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
And it's the Suns to start out. Here are the 5 for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Now here's Russell. Towns for 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. We're expecting a shootout with this matchup, RJ. These are two teams that can score with the best of them.
Yeah, each side are going to have their hands full on defense. Look, both sides need to bring the intensity to try and disrupt the offensive flow any way they can.
Johnson inside, covered by Towns. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ayton, no good.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Outside for Russell. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
At the line for Minnesota.
And the technical free throw is good. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often. Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive end.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
And Booker is a guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason, because he understands how to score at an efficient clip, too.
Now here's Russell. Puts the move on. Here's Gobert. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Pass to Ayton. Here's Bridges. Now here's Paul. Booker with it. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
How does he do that? Booker absorbs the foul, but stays cool, knocks down the shot. What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Now here's Russell. To the middle. Here's Gobert. What a terrific move that is. Gobert's got 6.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
A nice shot by Booker. Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Gobert passes to Towns. Outside for Russell. There's the 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Prince is checked in. Here's Paul. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Russell finds Towns. And Gobert with the stuff.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
2 minutes.
Outside for Booker. An easy 2 on the layup. 9 points in the game.
Gotta be impressed with Booker's basketball IQ. Superb at scoring off of pick and rolls.
Towns, a screen on Booker. Edwards with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Phoenix. And so he hits the technical free throw.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Rivers is checked in for Russell. The Suns leading. Right side Johnson. That one goes. Count it.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles. Building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team. Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Now here's Paul. Not a lot of room. 8, no good. For Minnesota, they've got 5 of 7 shots to fall. Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he pulls hard to the right spot.
Wide open. The shot won't fall. And Phoenix the other way now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Ayton passes to Bridges. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Gets Booker on the wing. Misses the 3. Edwards against Booker. Pass to Rivers. Knocks down the triple.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. The T-Wolves on top. Up. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves. Minnesota in the lead. On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it. And he believes he can.
Booker finds Paul. Back to Booker. Fires the 3. On target from range. Booker's got 12 points.
And Booker just dominates in such an effortless fashion. The game comes naturally to him.
The kick out to Edwards. Here's Rivers. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
You have to love what Gobert is doing on the offensive end so far. Staying active and finding lots of ways to contribute.
And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
Johnson passes to Paul. Clock at 6. Here's Bridges. The Suns need to get off a shot. Here's Ayton. That one's wide left. And here are the Timberwolves. Leading by 5. Edwards, the pass to Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
This is who Towns is. An unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
McDaniels with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Yes, it's good.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Booker drawing the double. Paul for 3. He drops it from range. He has 6.
Just simply automatic. Once that ball is in Paul's hands, he is ready to fire off a shot.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Gobert with a screen on Paul. to Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Here's the three, and the Timberwolves hit again from deep. Well, with roster sizes expanding and the addition of two-way contracts, the NBA has 100 more roster spots than around 12 years ago. RJ, how's that changed things in your mind?
Well, you just need so much more scouting and development. And you look at the different teams around this league, the ones that have continued success are the ones that are always able to find those diamonds in the rough. It's easy to get somebody good with the top 5 pick. Show me a team that can find somebody with the 30th or 35th pick.
Outside Johnson from deep. Another three for Phoenix.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
And Edwards, here we go. The Suns clear it.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Booker, the pass to Paul. Right side Johnson. Here's Bridges. And Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
Phoenix has got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. One thing you notice about these Suns, RJ, many of them are considered strong two-way talents.
And that is such a list for your team. Having guys that can get it down on both sides of the floor instead of trying to balance a lineup of just pure specialists.
At the line.
Throw good, Edwards.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Edwards. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Johnson against Towns. And a nice finish on the layup. Towns has got 9 points.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Shot from the low post is good. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
To the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This is why Gobert shoots at a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Bridges. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Three-pointer, Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Here's McDaniels. Here's Rivers. Can't get it to fall.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked at...
And so it's Minnesota up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. All right, we'll get back to the action. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Rudy Gobert in this game. He's been everywhere.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards, and it's Prince in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's the Suns with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Here's Booker. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Aiden. And here's Booker. Back to Ayton. Banked it in off the glass. Ayton's got 5 now.
Nice pass. Such a unique talent on both ends. That time Booker showing us his vision.
Here's Edwards. Nice D from Bridges.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
When you look at Mikal Bridges, he's the quintessential 3-and-D wing, Richard.
With his quick feet and 7'1" wingspan, he can guard 1 through 4. And they call him the Warden for a reason. When he locks people up, he puts them in Mikal jail.
Wow, such a unique player. Towns has center size, guard handles, and a low drive into the hoop.
Here's Paul. Outside for Booker. Out to the right wing. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Russell finds Towns. Back to Russell. Pass to Towns. Here's Russell. Towns down low, covered by Johnson. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to be on Cameron Johnson. And that one falls for Towns. RJ, you were in the middle of a few trades in your career, to put it lightly. What's that like as a player to get moved around so much?
Thanks for bringing that up so sweetly, Brian. I appreciate that. Look, there's pros and cons to this. It's nice to know that another organization wants you for whatever reason, but it's also tough to leave an organization that you had a connection to, the fan base. But eventually you figure it out. Sharp find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Here's Prince. Bridges on the double. Prince with the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Pass to Booker. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Just bouncing off of contact. Booker putting in work in that weight room.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Gobert. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Tipped away and stolen by Edwards. Gobert with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Outside for Russell. Takes the 3. Sinks the tray. Russell's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
No hesitation from Russell. I like seeing him make quick decisions and take these shots.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Gobert against Ayton. It's Edwards on the wing. Gobert with a screen on Booker. Edwards for 3. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. Back to Gobert. 4-3. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by Gobert. Edwards got 13 now.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
For 3, Booker. Minnesota with the rebound.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Here's Prince. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Paul. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And here's Minnesota now. They're on an 18-4 run. Here's Prince. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First one falls for him.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Torian Prince.
He's off on the second. Bridges outside. Off target from outside. And so it's Minnesota with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The three from Ayton. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. The three from Russell knocks it down from distance.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Johnson with a bucket.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Gobert passes to Towns. Stolen by Ayton. For three, Booker. And the Suns get another three.
All Booker needs is a little bit of room. And the moment he gets it, he pulls up.
Towns for three. Outside Edwards. Here's Prince. And the layup is good off the glass.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
And that one's good. Paul.
You can't let Paul get room to shoot from downtown. That's a recipe for disaster.
Back to Gobert. It's stolen by Johnson. Now here's Ayton. Outside for Booker. Fires for three. Buries it from three. Booker's got 6 in the quarter.
And it really took a while, but they've started to find their form. And this run's making the deficit look a little bit more respectable.
Back to Edwards. Towns a screen on Booker. Edwards a pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Towns on a screen. 4 on the clock. Pass to Edwards. The three. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. Towns has got 5 assists in the game. Paul passes to Booker. And the Suns get another three.
What focus from Booker. He was dead set on hitting that three-point answer.
Edwards fires from way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Suns have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Booker finds Johnson. Back to Booker. And here's Johnson. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves. And Johnson drops them both. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the inside, Gobert. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Johnson. It's tipped. Now here's Russell. To the middle. The layup misses. Bridges outside. To the right side. Here's Ayton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, what I appreciate about Ayton is that he wants to keep getting better. You have to be excited about his future.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. The three from Russell. And Ayton pulls it down. The Suns shooting it at 52%. Three-pointer, Bridges gets the three ball to go. Bridges has gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Fantastic decision making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look. It's hard not to want payback when you give up a three at the other end, but it can force you to rush things. And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Rudy Gobert.
And I loved his tenacity at the defensive end on the floor. Very disruptive all game long.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Second team foul.
Suns on D, trailing by 19, and stolen by Booker.
That is how you deny entry. Great effort.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. From outside, off the mark. And it's Phoenix's ball. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
.35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Booker. And here's the fast break. Launches it. Another shot. Pass to Ayton. Towns against Booker. Shot clock at 5. Over Edwards. Booker no good. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. And there it is for him.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert. Here's Ayton. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing the... Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
defenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all 4 quarters.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center. Johnson with the block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Bridges up top. Brooks covering. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
So it's Phoenix now. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
That's an aggressive play. Devin Booker up to the rim.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Clark finds Bane. Shot clock at 2. The 3 from Morant. Phoenix grabs the miss. Booker inside, guarded by Bane. Jackson against Johnson. Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And Booker kicks to Paul. Johnson with a screen on Morant. Here's Paul. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Paul. Fires the 3. They get it again. And Ayton stays with it.
Sweet timing on that play as Ayton up there and ripping it down.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Morant passes to Bane. Brooks with no one around. Hits it from 3-point range.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
And it's Morant missing. The Suns have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Booker, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
Back to Morant. Clark sets a screen for Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Clark up top. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
And the rejection by Clark. That one falls. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Morant with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Johnson against Clark. Clark a screen on Paul. Jackson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
Both free throws good from Jackson. 1:21 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Booker. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Doing most of his damage on the perimeter. That time, Devin Booker showing he could score close to the rim.
And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Payne.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Booker's shot is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Brooks dishes to Jackson. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Paul. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Clark a screen on Paul. Morant passes to Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
And so Jackson nails both of them. And here are the Suns now. And Booker kicks to Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. It's a tie game in Memphis. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
The wingmen are Payne and Brooks. Jaren Jackson is out there with Clark. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Good on the bucket. Booker's got the lead up to 4 now for Phoenix.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Well, it was such a feel-good moment, at least for a little while. Mikal Bridges grew up in Philly, obviously played his college ball there, and his mom was working for the 76ers at the time, so it just felt right as the 10th overall pick in the 2018 draft for him to be a 76er.
And the basket by Jackson.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
The drive by Booker and the dunk by Booker.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Mikal's time in Philly was very short, Brent. Bridges traded to Phoenix on draft night.
Well, that was a bit of a shocker. I mean, all the talk about being the hometown hero, and then all of a sudden he's on his way to the desert heading towards Phoenix. But you look at Mikal's career, he's been awesome for the Suns. I mean, what development as a 3-and-D player, making the finals, signing a big extension, such a huge part of the Phoenix Suns franchise in their future.
Just 2 to shoot. They get the rebound, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Booker doing a good job of boxing his man out and good at guessing where that miss was coming off.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns?
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
We should also mention how hard they've been working on the offensive glass, just coming up with second chance scoring opportunities. Those can be deflating.
And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Phoenix with the ball. 4-point game. Booker the pass to Johnson. Here's Ayton, guarded by Jackson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 5 on the clock, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And with every season, Brent, it seems like the league gets more diverse and international. It certainly keeps the play interesting.
Well, the skill set of the younger players that come into the league is absolutely scintillating. And those different styles, those different techniques, that's the great thing about basketball, is that you can find something within each player that you'd like to steal or borrow, but it's unique to them.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Johnson penetrating. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And Johnson drops them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Morant to stop the run. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I call an elite showman.
Both free throws good from Morant. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. 6-point lead. And the dunk by Booker.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe. And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Brooks kicks to Bain. It's Morant in the corner. Brooks outside. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got 6.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Here's Booker. Johnson outside. Back to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Up again, and Johnson is right there. 6 points for him.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Ball passes to Johnson. Poke loose, and he gets it back. Bridges dishes to Booker. Second chance shot. Nifty move. And Bain pulls it down. The Grizzlies trail by 7. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And stolen by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And there's not a thing you can do against Devin Booker when he's heating up like this.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Booker inside. Guarded by Bain. No good from Booker. With 1 on the clock, here's Jackson. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
34.
Hey, get ready for the double lucky. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
They're almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Morant passes to Jackson. Clock at 6. Mark against Paul. Bain, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And blocked by Bain. And taken away by Paul. No good from Booker. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Jackson finds Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. Morant with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone, and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Conjar's checked in for Bain. Here's Morant. He's got 6. And the pass to Conjar. Morant surveying the D. 6 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The aggressive nature of Morant, taking initiative and daring the defense to get physical with it.
At the line for 2.
And the second free throw, good. Suns leading by 3. Pass to Ayton. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Over Clark. Ayton kicks to Bridges. Booker up top. He's covered by Clark. And it's Ayton missing. And Clark has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. No good on the free throw.
John Conchar taking 2 shots.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
And stolen by Ayton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Lots of times you don't mind fouling a big, but Ayton's a solid foul shooter.
Second free throw, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Conchar, the pass to Morant. And he uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 9.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball.
Paul kicks to Bridges. Booker looking around. Shot clock at 6. Drives to the hoop. And he banks in the layup. Booker's got 24.
And how about Booker just zipping around the defense and still able to make that J?
Morant passes to Conchar. Jackson a screen on Booker. Passes it to Brooks. Ball against Morant. Inside. Here's Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
For the tie, Morant, and it's all evened up. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Johnson onside. On the wing, Johnson releases. Offensive rebound. There's 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Morant dishes to Clark. Now the feed to Jackson. Kicks to Brooks. Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. Back to Jackson. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Blocking foul call. Brandon Clark. Second personal foul.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies.
Substitution on the court.
17 seconds left to play in the third. And the dunk by Booker.
And Booker does not lack confidence when it comes to his ball handling. Wow, sensational there.
Jones, the pass to Tillman. Pass to Green. Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Memphis trailing here. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. Brandon Clark is out there with Jackson, and it's Brooks in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Clark, 5 to shoot. He kicks to Jackson. Over Ayton. Another shot, and he lays it straight in. Clark's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Ayton finds Booker. Good on the shot. Booker's got 28 points for the game.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Conchar, defended by Booker. Conchar, the pass to Tillman. He gets it in there.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Paul kicks to Booker. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. And the Suns lead by 2.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down. And that is a huge call. That is not who they wanted to see headed to the bench with the outcome still in question.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Crowder, he's checked in for Phoenix. Here's Morant. Clark a screen on Paul. Morant dishes to Clark. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
Booker, with no one around, hands it from downtown.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Clark kicks to Jackson. Clark a screen on Ayton. Here's Jackson. Here's Clark. Crowder with the steal. Paul with the ball. The pass to Booker. Ayton trying to break free. Some solid defense there from Jackson. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Bane. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Ayton missing. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 3.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Bane. Morant against Paul. Now here's Morant. Defense right on him.
Getting right into the shooter's face. Jay Crowder closed that space off pretty quick.
To the middle. And it's Memphis on the break. And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to 1 in the bucket from Bain.
And we could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now, nerves becoming a factor.
And here is Paul. To the inside. Crowder kicks to Ayton. 6 on the shot clock. Bridges inside. Brooks covering. Bridges misses. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Pass to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And Booker, not just an onlooker. How about that one?
And stolen by Booker. Timeout called. The Suns. They're ahead by 3. And 1:01 left in the fourth. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Thank you, David. The offensive rebound. He shoots again. No good at the rim. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Pass to Morant. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. Clark against Crowder. Memphis moving it around. Rams. And then jammed down as he goes right over Chris Paul.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Booker. Crowder a screen on Bain. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Oh, wow, unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up the shot clock violation. Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and able to knock it away.
For the win. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. This...
thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the point. Now here's Russell. Down low. Here's Gobert. It's McDaniels on the wing. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Moran against Russell. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Oh, that's a strong finish. And Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top. Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and considering the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, BA, because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
And then Morant with the dunk.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
Double team on Russell. Pass to Gobert. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Clark with the screen. Jackson outside. This one for 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Clark. Pass to Jackson. Outside for Moran. That shot is off. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. McDaniels from long range. Gobert. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards on that drive. Look out. What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
Fast break, Minnesota. Back to Daniels. Pass to Edwards. With the drive. That one goes. Count it. Edwards got 6. And looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Rivers is checked in, and Morant drops them both. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Towns down low. Clark covers. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
And the basket by Clark. Clark's gotten his 2nd bucket.
And defensively, you have to make them work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Towns for 3. Counted from distance.
Well, this ability of Karl Anthony Towns to knock down threes makes him even more dangerous on the post. He's got such a well-rounded offensive game.
2nd personal foul.
The free throw drops for Morant.
At the line for the Grizzlies, John Morant.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 9, a solid percentage so far. Outside McDaniels. Towns, a screen on Bain. Out left to the wing. Towns passes to Edwards. Inside, and stolen by Morant. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Outside Bain. Pass to Clark. Now Brooks. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. More NBA on 2K Sports. Right.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Dylan Brooks is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Jackson in at the center position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And then Morant with the dunk.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Minnesota in the lead.
What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
To the paint, Clark. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Towns for 3. On target from range. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter. Well, what stood out the most at Edwards' second season, Doris, his commitment on the defensive end.
Exactly right, B.A., because he asked the coaching staff almost on a nightly basis to guard the opposition's best player. And though they didn't always give him that assignment, you have to admire his pursuit. This guy wants to become one of the top two-way players in the league. Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Bain. Here's Edwards. Clark grabs the board. Oh, deflected. Brooks with it. Towns covering. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's Rivers. Clark covers. Morant against Towns. Towns double team. And it's powered home by Towns.
I mean, there's no aspect of the offensive end of the floor that's problematic for Towns. He's a 3-level scorer. His team understands he's in rhythm. It's looking easy for him right now.
Jackson can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Puts it up. Again, the Timberwolves score. Well, Doris, Commissioner Silver has acknowledged that the style of play in today's game may have an added impact on players' bodies. How so, you think?
I think, Brian, it's not only style of play, it's the nature of an NBA schedule. You're talking 82 games over the course of several months strung together. It's going to challenge anybody physically and mentally. The wonderful part of today's science is we can have a greater understanding of that and when to rest and when to play. Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. Now here's Towns. 19 points in the game. To the inside.
Oh! Get you some! Show us some power!
So long, so athletic. Rudy Gobert with a big-time dunk.
And here's Clark for three. Rebound, Minnesota.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Shots good by Towns.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
The three from Bain. And again, Memphis no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Towns for three. The rebound by Jackson.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And that one's good for Brooks.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Brooks finds Bain. Left side, Morant. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Gobert. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 16-4 run. Pass to Prince. Edwards with it. Now Towns. Here's the three. Clark grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Clark.
And it's really tough to catch a pass from that distance. He's asking a lot of his teammates to reel that one in.
Towns a screen on Morant. Towns with the ball. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. He gets it to go again. 9 for 13 so far.
Well, strength and the ability and willingness to embrace, absorb, and finish through contact. Karl Anthony Towns.
And here's Clark for three. No good that time. And so it's Minnesota. They have a confident.
36.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court for Minnesota. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Aldama, no good. Minnesota's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. And Edwards, here we go. Can't get it to fall. Well, the Grizzlies shooting poorly, just 30% so far. Pass to Conchar. To the middle. Tillman in the post. Towns on him. And the basket by Tillman.
And a superb job of creating just enough separation to hit the shot.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Aldama. And Gobert with a block.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And it's in there. Towns has got 26.
So confident in the mid-range game. Karl Anthony Towns knows he can take this shot whenever he wants.
Here's Tillman. And another miss by Memphis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Edwards for 3. Here's Prince. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. That one's good for 2.
No hesitation from Karl Anthony Towns. Ball is delivered. He makes the assist look easy.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Aldama. An easy 2 on the layup.
Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Hey, who's watching now?
Here's Gobert. He has 6. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Gobert. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Here's Prince. Towns, a screen on Green. Back to Towns. Over Green. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, give me a little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
Outside, Green. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Anthony Edwards. Free throw good. Green. A big group substitution here for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Tillman. Clark comes in for Aldama. Bain, he's checked in for Conchar. And it's Ja Morant in for Jones. Shot is good by Edwards.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
It's blocked by Gobert. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop them, and that's never an easy task.
Ja Morant grabs a miss.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
It's Edwards with a drive. Pass to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
That's a message by Karl Anthony Towns. Throws it down with authority.
Now Clark. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson can't get it to go. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 17-3 run. Russell with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Gobert with a screen on Green. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That's his first foul of the game. 29 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Clock at 6. Towns for 3. Fires it in the triple. Towns has got 33 points.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
The 3 is up. Prince can't hit. Now Clark. The 3 from Bain. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On the glass, he was an absolute tyrant, just owning the boards. We'll be right back after this word. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Brandon Clark out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Morant, the pass to Bain. To the inside. Russell against Morant. Here's Gobert. And stolen by Bain. Morant with it. Prince is there. And then Morant with the jam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Towns on a screen. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Pass to Clark. Bain against Edwards. Offensive rebound. Here's Clark. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Outside Edwards. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Towns for three. Sinks it from distance. Towns has got 36 points.
You have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Timberwolves.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
Gobert passes to Towns. Back to Gobert. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Russell against Morant. Inside. Clark. And he makes it on the layup. Clark's got 7 points for the quarter.
And Morant is a natural leader. Someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Towns on a screen. Puts up a three. Sinks the tray.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Towns a screen on Bane. Edwards a pass to Towns. It's not going to go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. To the wing, right side. Here's Morant. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Russell finds Towns. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies shooting around 41%. Here's Morant. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
And I love how active he was on the glass. Not afraid to get physical and do whatever he could do to grab boards.
Pass to Towns. Towns double team. Back to Edwards. Five to shoot. Oh, they get a hand on it. Back to Towns. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. So it's the Grizzlies now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
And Morant drops them both. And here's Minnesota now. Towns on a screen. Edwards with it. Guarded by Morant. Edwards, a pass to Russell. Pass to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Jackson. Kept alive. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Picked by Prince. Here's Towns. Got it. Towns has got 41.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.